This woman was a princess, a priestess, and a poet. But more than that, she was the first author in all of human history to sign her name to her work. This is the story of Enheduanna. Born into the epicenter of power, she was the daughter of Sargon the Great, the legendary king who forged the world's first empire. To bind his sprawling, fractious territories of Akkad and Sumer, Sargon made a move of political genius. He appointed his daughter, Enheduanna, as the high priestess of the moon god Nanna in the ancient and influential city of Ur. She was to be the bridge between two cultures, the mortal link to the divine. In the grand temple complex, her influence was absolute. She wasn't just a figurehead, she was a composer, a theologian, a voice that shaped faith. She composed dozens of hymns, but her devotion burned brightest for Inanna, the fearsome and unpredictable goddess of love and war. Enheduanna's words gave Inanna a new personal voice, one of passion and power. But empires are fragile. After her father's death, resentment against Akkadian rule boiled over. A Sumerian usurper, Lugalhain, rose to power, fanning the flames of rebellion. He saw Enheduanna not as a holy woman, but as the ultimate symbol of the Akkadian regime he sought to overthrow. His rebellion was not just political, it was personal. He stormed the sacred city of Ur, his men breaching the temple gates that had stood for centuries. Enheduanna was dragged from the sanctuary. The headdress, the symbol of her divine office, was torn from her head and thrown in the dirt. On the high terrace of the temple, before the very people who once revered her, Lugalhain subjected her to the ultimate humiliation. He accused her of treason, of impurity, and cast her out. Stripped of her title, her honor, and her home, she was driven from the city like a common criminal. Her exile was a living death. The baked earth cracked under her feet as she wandered the desolate plains outside the city walls. The sun was a merciless hammer, and the nights offered no comfort. She cried out to the moon god Nanna, her patron, but only a cold, silent silver light answered. Every face she saw was filled with either scorn or fear. She was a ghost in her own land, invisible and utterly alone. In this profound darkness, her faith began to fracture. Had the gods who she had served so faithfully truly abandoned her? It was in this crucible of despair that her true legacy was forged. When the gentle moon god would not answer, she turned her pleas to the fearsome goddess of war. She found a shard of clay, and with trembling hands she began to write. This was no gentle hymn of praise. This was the exaltation of Inanna, a raw, desperate, and furious cry from the depths of her soul. She chronicled every injustice, every humiliation. She painted Lugalhain as an enemy of the divine order. It was a lament, a legal indictment, and a declaration of war, calling on her goddess to rise and reclaim what was hers. And the goddess answered. The political tides turned. The rebellion was crushed, and Lugalhain was overthrown. Enheduanna was vindicated and triumphantly reinstated to her position in Ur, her authority now unquestionable. Her words had become her weapon and her salvation. Her hymns became foundational texts, copied by scribes for 500 years. She proved that one voice, armed with courage and conviction, could face down an army and echo through eternity. What stories from ancient history inspire you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to engage for more tales of forgotten legends.